Hello and welcome to How Should I Know? On tonight's show, we test our contestants' knowledge of weird and wacky inventions, of ridiculous names that people have because their parents hate them, I forgot to write it down, of the cinematic universe that is Air Bud, and of course about laws around the nation that are insane. To do all this, we have to have a contestant. And at the end of this show, one of those contestants will be able to call themselves the smartest person on the internet for the next 2 weeks. Let's meet those amazing folks. First up, the person who I know can laugh, who can cry on command, and will probably do it to get points tonight. It's Sarah Kim. How you doing, Sarah Kim?
Fantastic. I'm ready to cry because I feel like I'm gonna lose. But that's okay. I've been losing most of my life. So.
No way. That I disagree with that statement completely. Next up, he's most likely to get us banned for some sort of terms of service violation. It's Pallotta. How you doing, Pallotta?
Is that due to me getting banned from Facebook? Somebody hacked me. I can't get on Facebook due to, I don't want to say what it is, but it was a horrible gesture, and I am disappointed it wasn't me.
Okay, you're disappointed it wasn't you that did the horrible gesture?
I'm gonna get hacked. If I'm gonna get banned, I wanna ban myself.
All right, fair enough. And finally, the contestant that I am most afraid of, because she could super kick my ass, is Christine Piñeiro. How you doing, Christine Piñeiro? I know you wouldn't, but you could. I'm just saying that you definitely could. Of the people on this show.
I'm from the Bronx, so already I got that energy.
Right.
Big, bad Bronx energy.
In the last few years, I have potentially, I've been defended by Christine Piñeiro in a way that I was like, she has a knife. I know that she doesn't have a knife, but maybe she has a knife, so I am going to be afraid of her. That is my point. But you should not be, because she's wonderful. She's only going to hurt people like me. So if you haven't seen the show before, let me tell you a little bit about it. It's a trivia show. We award points based on accuracy. We award points based on funny. It doesn't really matter. Whichever one is more clever, I go for. The points don't really matter a whole ton, but yay. So there's 4 categories, 5 questions each, and at the end we have the How Should I Know question, which is incredibly hard. And if you get it, you become the smartest person on the internet for 2 whole weeks. Any questions before we get into our categories?
None.
I don't hear any. All right, let's do this thing. Let's get into our very first question. Our first category is that's not what that's for. And in this category, I will present you with an invention and something about invention, and you tell me what the actual invention was. Does that make some level of sense to all y'all?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. All right. So our first question, and I will call on you, so don't worry about it. First question. This toy was originally invented to clean the soot out of chimneys. Sarah Kim.
Oh,
what do you think that was?
shit. This toy was originally invented to clean the soot out of chimneys.
Yep.
Damn it. A beach ball is my best bet.
Okay. All right. Beach ball. That's an answer. It'd be interesting. Paul, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna go with the little red wagon. That way, you stick the kids in there, you slide it down the chimney, and the scalp of their heads will clean the chimney on the way down.
Right. So you're saying children. Children,
yeah. But
children were invented to clean the chimney. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Christine, what do you got?
I was gonna go with who is Dick Van Dyke?
Okay.
Spoonful of medicine.
For 500
Go down.
All right. So just to recap, our answers are beach ball, children, and Dick Van Dyke.
The scalp of children.
Scalp of children. Okay. The actual answer is Play-Doh.
Oh, that makes
What?
So, as much as it pains me to say this, I'm going to give points to Paul because kids is closest to Play-Doh.
Okay.
So, right now, Paul is in the lead with the most offensive answer so far. Know that you can't just go to the most offensive answer. It's got to be earned. Okay, question number 2. This toy was created when its inventor was trying to make a monitor for the power of battleships. Paul, we'll go to you first, and you can't say children.
I'm gonna go with a super soaker, right? Because what better to mirror the power of battleships than the power of a super soaker?
Okay. Christine?
Okay, that's smart. I thought the person who created the Super Soaker was a person from NASA, but I was just gonna say I was gonna say Battleship. You know that game Battleship?
Mm-hmm.
So the game that was created was the game Battleship.
Okay. So you're just going to say the game Battleship. Paul's got Super Soaker.
Yeah,
Sarah.
I quick question before we get to Sarah. I'm sorry. So you said NASA. If you shoot a super soaker, since there's no gravity, that water's just gonna like float, right?
Float on forever, yeah.
Space. All right. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Making sure I know how space.
Fact checker.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul, this is a trivia game, and
Right.
so we're supposed to answer the trivia questions, not ask questions. I just want to get that out of the way. My answer is going to be a light bright. Where you, I mean, I feel like similar to Battleship where you're supposed to like position things or whatever. And I guess I'll just do light bright. Yeah, I'm just guessing like a panel of like things. Monitor power battleships. Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay.
What about that game at Cracker Barrel? You know, the triangle where you're sticking pegs in. That could be like another one.
You already answered, Paul.
Yes. The actual answer is the Slinky.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
That's cute.
It was just it was meant to connect like two different machines together, and then it fell over, and it just kept going. So the person was like, "Oh, that seems like a super fun thing," and then they sold it, and they made a bunch of money.
And then Ventura took it to the top of that pyramid.
Yes, that is definitely the thing that they did next. Yes. So I'm going to give points to Sarah because I feel like her answer was the closest. Because Christine answered the question, and we can encourage Paul. Before we continue, I do want to address. I want to go to chat for a second. And Joy is asking about the Play-Doh. How did they actually use the Play-Doh? The idea behind Play-Doh originally was that if you were a person who was working on chimneys, it was a putty that you would bring with you. You'd place it against the wall. It would take all the soot off the wall, and then you'd move on with your life. It turned out nobody wanted to buy it, so he basically like gave it to one of his like cousins, and that person brought it to school, and the kids started playing with it. Like, oh, that seems super fun, and then they went and they just sold it as a toy. So that's how the soot putty works. All right. Moving on to question number 3. As soon as I actually bring them up. Question number 3. What fruit product was created by a French chef to piss off his customers? Christine, I'm going to go to you first.
I'm going to say French onion soup.
Okay. Do you have a dislike of French onion soup? Do you think French onion soup is a punishment?
I feel like it tricks you because there's cheese on top of it. You don't know what's under it. Well, I guess soup is called French onion soup.
Okay.
I'm really doing great. I'm doing really cool. Great.
No.
Wow.
Hiding soup is a legitimate answer.
Thank you.
Andy, although Andy is pissed at you, he's pointing out it's not an entree. It's just soup.
Actually, it is for some people.
Sure.
Andrew.
I agree. Soup is an entree. It can be an entree. Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna go with French onion soup. Paul, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with a baguette.
A baguette. Okay. What's your thought process there?
Because they know. Because
it's like Italian bread, but empirically
carbs
worse.
Make America's fat, right? And we're a fat country, America. So they were like, "Oh, we'll give them some more carbs and make them even fatter."
Okay.
You tweeted that? cool.
Is that a good one?
Sarah, what's your thought?
I'm interested in the wording of this question. What food product was created? Not what entree, not what dish. What food product was created by a French chef to piss off his customer? I really like the answer of French onion soup. But when I think of food product, I don't know. Like it seems like a category or something. I don't know. I'm gonna say a ham and cheese sandwich. I guess. I don't know.
Ham and cheese sandwich. Okay. The actual answer is potato chips. It was an American customer who kept wanting the French fries to be thinner and saltier. So the chef was basically like, "You want that? You want that? Fine. I'll make them super thin and I'll cover them in salt and I'll bake them till they're hard." And he brought them out and the guy's like, "Wow, this is amazing." And the guy invented potato chips. So potato chips were originally invented as an insult to somebody. And now they are there. I am going to give points for this one, since nobody got it, to Christine, because I agree with you that French onion soup is hiding and trying to be something that it's not. Andy refuses to accept it as an entree, but I'll let you guys fight about that one. He did want to specifically call them out as freedom fries because it is 2002 and everybody is still as ridiculous as 2002 was. All right, question number 4. What fun material was originally intended as wallpaper? And I'm going to go to you first, Sarah.
What fun material?
This is hard to figure out a way to phrase. So, but yes, what fun material was originally intended as wallpaper?
Fun material? What?
When you hear the answer, you will understand where there was no better way for me to phrase this.
Oh man, am I too dumb for this show?
No, these are hard questions. They're intended to be very, very difficult. But after this, they get a lot sillier. So don't worry about it. This is the only category where like you might
I'm gonna fight you. Okay, I will.
Okay. So, what fun material was originally intended as wallpaper? Shit. I'm freezing in my brain. Fun material.
I'll go to chat for a minute to see if chat can help you out.
Chat? Yeah. What does chat have?
Joy is suggesting it might be bubble wrap.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna steal Joy's answer and submit bubble wrap.
Okay. Paul, what do you think?
Oh, so I have a 1A and a. Would it be a 1A, 2A if they're both equal, or a 1A, 1B? What's the correct? Are we doing like? I have two.
I mean,
answers.
there's only one answer, so.
All right. So then I will combine them.
Okay.
A fruit roll-up flavored wall, the fly sticky stuff that you hang from the ceiling that stick flies.
Okay.
Because you just want to run and get stuck to the wall, so you just fill it up with that fly paper that's sticky, and then you have it, and then it tastes like fruit roll-up.
Okay. That is an option. I might suggest you use the Family Feud strategy of if it takes that long to explain, it's probably not correct. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong.
It could be a long spot.
Christine, we're coming to you.
What fun material was originally intended as wallpaper? The comedy stylings of Jerry Seinfeld. You ever notice? Or Silly Putty?
All right. So you're going with. I'll let you submit both Seinfeld and Silly Putty as options. It turns out that Joy and Sarah Kim were right. It is bubble wrap. So,
oh my god, amazing!
Thank you, Joy!
You guys, I brought it up there so you could all follow. And Joy is requesting points to Christine as well. So I live with her, so I have to do it.
Oh, is anyone in there?
All right, our last question of the category. This modern appliance was originally discovered because of a melting candy bar. Paul, I'll go to you first.
modern appliance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got it.
What? What is it?
You can give him the answer.
No, I want to do it on my own. I'm
Okay.
gonna say, a freezer. Right?
freezer.
That's pretty common sense. It's like my chocolate's melting. Let's put it in a cold box.
Okay. I thought you were crazy when you threw that answer out, but that's not a bad answer. Christine, it seems like you know this. So
A microwave,
a microwave. What makes you say that?
because it melts things or it heats them up, and it's a modern appliance.
Okay. I like it. Sarah Kim.
All right. I'm gonna guess a hot plate. That's gonna be my best guess. Like I'm imagining maybe they put their candy bar on the refrigerator, and they're like, maybe it'll keep it cold, but inside there's the coils that are like, there's energy passing or something, and it's actually creating a bit of heat, and they're like, what if I turn this device into a hot plate? Is that a modern device though? I don't know.
Okay.
I give up.
Well, let me give you guys the answer. The actual answer is the microwave, which means points go to Christine. I'm gonna give points to Paul too, because his answer was silly and then made sense. So
Yeah.
I want to reward the silly and then made sense.
I thought you meant what was discovered like in cure of the melting chocolate. Like shit, we got melting. Shoot, we got melting chocolate.
See?
How do we solve it?
Yeah. Well, I gave you points, so you already got the points, which means going in after our first round, Christine is in the lead by 100 points. But there's so many questions. Don't worry, everybody. You could catch up. You might not. Who knows? We'll see how it goes.
I'm prepared to lose. Prepared.
Which brings us to our second question. There is no rule that says a dog can't play trivia. These are all questions about the sequels to the movie Air Bud. I'm assuming that everybody's seen Air Bud. I'm assuming that everybody's seen the sequel, Air Bud Golden Receiver. So I knocked those out right off the top. So I'm just going to the ones after that. So I'm going to present you with two choices. You tell me which one is the real movie, and then you tell me what your favorite scene from that movie is, because I'm sure that you've probably seen it. So our first one, Air Bud World Pup, where Air Bud learns to play soccer and goes to the World Cup, or Air Bud the Stanley Pup, where Air Bud learns to play hockey and makes an attempt at winning the Stanley Cup. Sarah, I'm going to go to you first.
I'm going to go with World Pup. That's my final answer.
Do you have a favorite scene from the movie?
My favorite scene is honestly him just connecting with his teammates over some beers. It's a really touching moment. I was like a little bit concerned. I'm like,
the message it sends to children to be drinking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a little problematic, but I was like, this is good. Like it's problem solving, conflict resolution, good shit.
Okay.
No.
Paul, what do you think?
Oh, I'm definitely going with the Stanley Pup, right? Because this was right after the Ducks got back from the Junior Olympics, and Gordon Bombay was looking for a new star player, so he recruited old Air Bud,
Yeah, that makes sense.
But he had to kick him off the team because Gordon likes to sleep with the players' moms in all the movies. Well, you can't sleep with Air Bud's mom, so he had to kick him off the team.
True. That makes perfect sense. That makes the most sense of anything I've ever heard. Christine?
I agree with Paul. I think it's Air Bud the Stanley Pup.
Okay.
Wayne Gretzky was super popular
Mm-hmm.
during that time, like the 90s, right? Early
Yes.
2000s. And who doesn't want to see a dog in ice skates, on all fours? And my favorite part of that film was when he scored the goal against the other team.
I wish that you were right, but it is in fact Air Bud World Pup, which means points go to Sarah. But you know what? I'm going to give double points to Sarah and then points to you guys also, because I feel like I enjoyed all of that. So I don't know I don't know how I messed up the points there, but it is what it is. We are where we are. Second one. Air Bud Stop the Racket, where Air Bud goes and plays at Wimbledon, or Air Bud Seventh Inning Fetch, where Air Bud learns to play baseball. One of these is a real movie. Paul, which one do you think it is?
Oh, it was actually, it's made, it was just made, the Seventh Inning Fetch. And right now baseball, they're going through this thing where they don't like their new balls. They're more slippery. The players aren't using the pine tar anymore to make that grip. So the batters are getting hit more. And so when Air Bud took that, fastball right to the head, oh, my heart stopped a little bit. Luckily they stretched him off and the game's got to go on. So
yeah, there's a very dramatic scene for a movie about dogs.
Yeah.
Christine, what do you think?
I think it's Air Bud Seventh Inning Fetch, because they were angels in the outfield, and he did practice in the Sandlot, and
one more.
Rookie.
I know, I'm trying. Oh, and he was in a league of his own.
Okay. All right, Sarah, what do you think? Coming to you.
How do I follow that? I don't. I mean, my suspicion is that it's Seventh Inning Fetch.
Mm-hmm.
But there is this instinct, there is this drive for me to be like ever so slightly different, I think sometimes. So I'm gonna say Stop That Racket.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm just putting it in there, just to be that guy.
All right. I wish you hadn't done that because it is in fact Seventh Inning Fetch. So points go to Paul. Points go to Christine. I'm going to give another set of points to Christine because of the number of references that she managed to sneak in there. And Joy wanted to comment that you guys are all doing really great, which you are. You've gotten, I would say, a higher percentage of questions right than on average. She's also requesting that you guys write all of these sequels. I feel like you could, based on, like how frequently they'll make these movies. So we might not be able to do these because they've already been done. But there's plenty of other movies that could be made.
I also like the movie Homeward Bound 4, Air Bud's Retirement. That's what I like. That was a good film.
All right. Question number 3. Air Bud Lap It Up, where he takes to the pool and makes it to the Olympics as a swimmer. Or Air Bud Spikes Back, where he joins the volleyball team and dominates playing volleyball despite being 2 feet high.
Oh my God.
Christine, I'm gonna come to you first.
Okay. The Empire Strikes Back. I'm gonna go with Air Bud Spikes Back. I'm gonna go with volleyball. I'm really into volleyball. Yeah, I could just see him pulling it up. Like.
Yeah, he's very tiny, but it's possible that he could do that.
Oh, he's a good digger then. I played volleyball back in my day.
Sarah, what do you think?
Oh man, I mean, dogs are excellent swimmers.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I feel like he always usually is playing some sort of team game. So my guess is Spikes Back. So doing volleyball. I believe he's the volleyball dog. Yeah.
Okay. And Paul, what do you think?
So I'm gonna go with the volleyball one. And my favorite scene is when the opposing team spiked the ball right into the dog's head and knocked it
with you?
Okay. The actual answer, you guys all got it right. Air Bud Spikes Back. So points across the board for everybody. Andy in chat specifically requested points for Paul, so Paul's going to get extra points because I listened to Andy. I think the points worked. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Okay, so after this, they ran out of Air Bud movies. But don't worry. We still have 2 more questions, and we still have a bunch of movies because when Air Bud got too old to play sports, he had children with his dog wife, Molly, and they created a series of movies called The Air Buddies, which is the children of Air Bud and Molly who go on their own adventures. So that is the 2 remaining ones. So is it Santa Buddies, where they try and save Christmas, or is it Easter Buddies where they run into the Easter Bunny and save Easter? Paul, I'm going to go to you first.
I'm going to say neither, because as far as I know, dogs are atheists, so they wouldn't celebrate any of the holidays.
I mean, as far as you know, they don't play basketball normally, but these ones do.
Oh,
so
I know that. I know that.
So you're going with none of the above.
None.
Okay, Sarah, what do you think?
I'm most drawn to the Easter buddies concept, just because puppies and bunnies is really cute. But I suspect it's Christmas. I don't know why.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Christmas. Final answer.
Okay. And Christine?
I think it's Santa buddies because we need a pack of puppies to save Christmas, and they all fit in the sleigh.
Yeah.
That's true because they're cute and adorable. The actual answer is in fact Santa buddies. In this movie, they meet with Puppy Paws, son of Santa Paws, to save Christmas. And this movie,
who writes this?
Is this Lifetime?
yeah, this movie spurred 2 more sequels about Santa Paws. So
God, it's what a litter of movies.
yes. All right, so Sarah and Christine got it right, and I'm gonna give extra points to Christine for wordplay, which I think puts you in the lead. But let us go to our final one, Space Buddies, where the buddies go to space camp, and then hijinks ensue, and somehow they get launched into a rocket in space. Or High Seas Buddies, where they end up on a pirate ship somehow, even though it's modern times, and they are fighting naval battles at sea. Christine, I'm going to go to you first.
I think it's Space Buddies.
Okay.
Who doesn't want to see a dog in a spaceship? You know what I'm saying?
No,
Buddies.
I hope that it is. Paul, what do you think?
So it's actually another. Once again, you try to fool us. It isn't a movie. It is a reality show. It is High Seas Buddies, but it's like The Deadliest Catch, but with dogs trying to get crabs. Then you got like the waves taking them out.
Okay. Sarah, what do you think?
I honestly, I'm torn. My suspicion is Space Buddies. I feel like when I think about the budget that these movies probably have, doing stuff, either practically or with green screen, I feel like CGI water is like really hard to do. And so my suspicion is space is probably easier, and that's where I've chosen space. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, the actual answer is in fact space. So, points to Christine, points to Sarah.
Nice.
But I'm going to go with points to Paul as well, because I felt like your answer was
It
solid.
was funny.
Yes.
It's very funny.
Funny, Paul. It was a funny answer.
Yeah. Which then, as we check our standings one more time, her lead has grown after 2 categories. You guys have a lot of work to do.
You made Sarah Nar.
No, I'm prepared to lose, please.
Be prepared to win, love.
No, I'm prepared to lose.
And that's what's going to happen. She wrote it out and she said it.
Right? Don't bring it into the universe. There's still so many questions left.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We have category number 3, which is the law is the law, and these are about bizarre laws that are happening in this country right now that we need to get to the bottom of. Let me bring up our first one. In Arizona, it's illegal for a donkey to do what in a bathtub? I'm tempted to skip Paul altogether, but I will go to him last. I will go to Sarah first, because I feel like Sarah's going to give me the classiest answer. I could be wrong about that, but we'll see. Sarah, what do you think it is illegal in Arizona for a donkey to do in a bathtub?
I'm assuming to defecate. So if you were, classy answer given. I'm assuming defecate.
Okay.
Is my final answer. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Christine, what do you think?
Oh gosh, it is illegal for a donkey to bathe in a bathtub.
Okay. That is so far the classier one of defecate and. But let's see. Paul may surprise us. He won't, but he might.
Not.
Paul, what do you think?
With a human. Yeah, you can do it anywhere but a bathtub. Donkeys, anytime you want to make love to a donkey, just don't do it in a bathtub.
Okay. All right. Jumping to social for a minute, Joy is suggesting perhaps it's scrub their own back. I feel like if a donkey can scrub its own back, good on it. Because that seems like a virtually impossible thing to do. The actual answer is sleep.
Oh.
Hey, my answer had the word sleep in it.
I mean, that's true, technically. So I guess points go to Paul, because it technically had the word sleep in it.
I'm going to rewatch this and make sure he said sleep. And if not, I will go to the higher authorities. And have
Arizona are
friendly.
I'll tell you what, Sarah, I will give you points to avoid a lawsuit. So there we go. It was a weird case where something happened and like the house like collapsed in this weird way, and because the donkey was in the bathtub, sleeping in the bathtub, it got killed. So they said from now on, donkeys can't sleep in bathtubs. They can stand in them, but they cannot sleep in them. It was like a let's make a law for one stupid thing that's ever happened.
Yeah.
All right. In California, if you lose your canary, you better not do what? Paul, I'm going to go to you first.
Buy another one, okay? If you are irresponsible and you cannot hold on to your first canary, you do not deserve another canary. So don't you dare try buying another one.
So you're saying California has a one canary policy?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you keep it till it dies naturally, you can get another one.
Okay. All right. Christine, what do you think?
In California, if you lose a canary, you better not. You better not call the authorities.
Because they don't care.
Or missing persons. You better not call.
Okay.
You better not call.
See, I told you. I'm scared of her. Sarah, what do you think?
I think I had the same answer. Like don't call the cops about your lost canary. Yeah.
Okay. The actual answer, which you had to have known the law to see if we stand a chance of getting, is don't whistle to find it before 7 a.m. Because it's just such a distraction to whistle to your canary before 7 a.m.
Wow.
At 7:01, good on you.
That is so specific.
Right. Especially you, Sarah. Especially you, because your whistling, your bird noises are too good. So
that's very good, Sarah. Yeah, that's nice.
So nobody got it, but I'm going to give points to Christine for scaring me. I'm going to give points to Sarah because her bird noises are insane.
That was good.
So brings us to law number 3, which is, and I'm so scared about the answers to this. It is illegal to sell a pickle in California if it can't do what? Paul, I'm going to go to you first to get it out of the way.
Oh, cure a cramp, right? Because the pickle juice is good for cramps, so you imagine pickles would be good for cramps. So if you're cramping and the pickle ain't solving it, you can't sell it.
Okay. All right. I don't understand that answer at all, but okay.
We used to drink juice for cramps.
Sarah, what do you think?
I'm going to say it's illegal to sell a pickle in Connecticut if it can't float, is my guess.
Okay. Yeah. And Christine?
So I have like 2 answers. I was going to say it's illegal to sell a pickle in Connecticut if it can't solve itself, or if it doesn't pickle.
If it doesn't pickle. So if it just stays a cucumber, you...
Yeah, that's illegal.
Cucumbers are illegal in Connecticut.
Yes, you're saying cucumbers
Yeah, or it can't.
You're saying cucumbers that are immune to pickling cannot be sold. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. The actual answer is bounce. Because people were selling shoddy pickles that were all mushy and gross.
Ew.
And now they test to see if they bounce.
Wow.
So
pickles bounce?
Apparently they do. I mean, if you're buying them in Connecticut, they do. Next time you go to Connecticut, try bouncing a pickle and seeing what happens.
Should be about the snap. All right.
I'm gonna give points to Sarah because I feel like Sarah was the closest. Floating and bouncing feel like a thing. So, question number 4: Is it legal for a woman in Kentucky to marry who? Or what is it illegal for a woman in Kentucky to marry? Sarah, I'll go to you first.
Oh, no.
Okay, Christine, I'll go to you first because Sarah got intimidated.
Oh,
by that.
no.
All right, Paul, what do you got?
A Democrat.
Okay. All right. That's a solid answer. Sarah, coming to you next.
An animal?
I got this.
Okay, Christine.
I was gonna say her cousin.
Okay, I don't think that is illegal in Kentucky, but you're
right, because they make so many jokes that you're supposed to marry your cousin in Kentucky.
Right.
A donkey?
The actual answer is the same man 4 times. If you marry a person 3 times, that's okay. If you marry a person a 4th time, you're not allowed to do that. You will go to jail for marrying a person.
What if you've like married this person 4 times in a different state and you want to marry them a 5th time, but you're in Kentucky, so you can marry them a 5th time technically?
No, I think after that 3rd time it doesn't matter. And I don't know if they pay attention. I assume they pay attention to other states. I did not get this deep into the law.
This is what they work on?
Yeah.
Out of all the other problems we have, this is what they care about. I cannot.
All right.
Who do I need to fight?
Points, I think, for that one have to go to Paul because Democrats seem like the closest to the answer, even though it is not in any way close to the answer. Our last one. A New Mexico law bans idiots from doing what?
Bans Paul from doing what?
Paul, I'll go to you first. What does New Mexico ban idiots from doing?
We're not allowed to bounce bouncy balls too high, because it may come down and hit us on our idiot heads.
So you're going with bouncy ball?
Bouncy balls, yeah, they're legal.
Christine, what are you thinking?
Can I see the question again, please?
Of course.
Thank you.
A New Mexico law bans idiots from doing what?
Riding donkeys while drunk.
Okay. Sarah?
Making chili. No chili. Made by idiots.
All right. The actual answer is vote. There's a law that says idiots can't vote in New Mexico.
That's good.
How do they determine an idiot?
I don't know. It doesn't. Apparently, the law does not define what an idiot is. But
you got the Wonderlic test to vote.
Yeah. I'm going to give points to Paul because he is behind, and nobody got a close answer. Which means going into our final category, it is all tied up at 1,000 points apiece. Oh, wow. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
Christine had the lead for a while, but it's all come crashing down. All right. Last category. That's my name. Want to fight about it. In this category, I will present you with the name of a person, and you tell me what they are famous for. Person number 1.
Michael Jordan.
Serious Boner. Sarah Kim, tell me about Serious Boner and why Serious Boner is famous.
Shit. Serious Boner.
Yes. I want you to talk to me about Serious Boner.
Serious Boner! Oh, man. What immediately comes to mind, isn't there like there's like a radio platform.
Sirius Radio.
Yeah, and it's that guy that's like, let's make this these a bunch of channels available.
Right. So you're saying the inventor of Sirius Radio, his full name is Sirius Boner. Okay.
Sirius Boner. Yeah.
Christine, I'm going to come to you next.
Oh, that's what I was going to say, but I'm going to change it. This is a Harry Potter character who is famous for creating his own house in the Harry Potter world. The Sorting Hat couldn't sort him, so he sorted himself, and he was serious about it.
Okay. Paul, what do you think?
I'm gonna say a forensic officer, like a crime murder detective, who, whenever he shows up, it's just like Sirius Boner reporting for duty.
Okay.
As he should.
Yeah.
So the actual answer is the assistant dean of some thing. So I feel like
I'm sorry. There's a typo of magical recruitment.
I did not even. Well, yeah. Okay, I got you. I'm gonna give points to Paul and Christine for that one. Don't worry, Sarah. I will give you points for other things later. All right.
Wow, multicultural recruitment. Okay.
Number 2.
Okay.
Mike Latoris. Christine Piñeiro, tell me about Mike Latoris.
He found the clitoris,
Okay.
and
It's been done.
he was like, I found the clitoris, and this is lit, hence Mike Latoris. He dropped the scene.
Okay. All right. Paul, what do you know about Mike Latoris?
Oh my God, I know he has the best ice cream shop in town. Oh my, you just go over there and give it a big old lick.
I'm just gonna move right on to Sarah. He's
a defense attorney for Dallas, is my guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Litigation.
Okay. In reality, he's just known for being a homeowner. He's just known for being a homeowner. So
that's funny.
I'm gonna give points to Sarah. That way the score's tied up again because it is what it is. It is what it is. Nobody got it, even though I thought everybody would know a lot about Mike Latoris, but it is what it is. Person number 3. Wet farts. Sarah, what do you know about wet farts?
He runs a dairy farm, and in somewhere in East Asia where most people are lactose intolerant. Dairy farmer.
Okay. Paul, what do you think?
Well, I'm gonna say he's a German farmer. That's a German name, and I think he just, he's got his crops, he's got his livestock, and he just lives a good, peaceful life.
All right. All right. Christine, tell me about wet farts,
Wet
Christine.
farts?
Yeah.
Do you mean the Nobel Peace Prize winner for discovering a particular bacteria in goats?
All right.
In the intestines of goats.
Okay.
On a farm in Germany.
That is close. He is in fact a doctor. Wet farts is a doctor. So points have to go to Christine on that one because I feel like that's pretty much right. Like doctor, Nobel Prize, you have to be I feel like you have to be a doctor to win the Nobel Prize. So, so just so everybody remembers, Christine knows the most about wet farts out of anybody.
He also he looks wet. Like he looks like he just got out of the shower. Like,
really, or using a really great highlighter. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
wow.
All right. Our next question: Tokyo sex whale. What is Tokyo sex whale known for? Paul, I'm going to go to you because I know you know a lot about Tokyo sex whale. So I feel like you will just give the answer to everybody. Do you want us to come back?
Oh no, you're muted.
Did you
So
accidentally
he's doing
mute?
a wet fart. He had to mute himself.
Uh-oh. All right, we'll go to Sarah while Paul figures out what's going on.
Tokyo sex whale is a business. Is a business. That's it.
Okay, Tokyo sex whale is a business. Christine, what do you think?
It is. Okay, so Tokyo Sex Whale is the latest in the Fast and the Furious franchise. Tokyo Sex? Well, we'll find out.
Paul, did you get your microphone figured out?
Is it working?
It is, yes. Good job.
Oh, all right. So, sex toys.
Sex toys. Okay. All right.
That's it. Just a simple answer.
Okay. In fact, Tokyo Sex Whale was a former prisoner. That's what his claim to fame is. He got out and everything's fine now. So I'm not sure who gets points on that one.
Nobody.
Yeah, I think maybe you know what? I'm gonna give points to Sarah because
Thank you.
for some reason. Because we have one question left, guys. We have one question.
Okay.
Dick Paradise.
Okay.
Christine, what do you know about Dick Paradise?
What don't I know? No.
For the record, Dick Paradise is the most famous of people on this list so far. Depending
I think he's
on
a
what
novelist.
part. Okay.
I think he took pen to paper,
Mm-hmm.
quill to parchment. Dick Paradise is a laureate,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
an orator. Okay, sorry. I'm done.
Sarah.
I feel like Dick Paradise sounds like a DJ, but I'm just gonna say astronaut.
All right. So, astronaut and novelist. What do you think, Paul?
I'm going to say he's a real asshole of a travel agency. He's always ripping his people off, telling them he's sending them to paradise, and then he sends them to Jersey Shore.
Okay. Could you guys just remind me of your answers one more time? Christine, you said
A novelist,
Novelist.
a poet laureate, yeah.
okay. Paul, you said a jerk travel agent, and Sarah, you said you went with astronaut.
I mean, he could be also a DJ as well. DJ and astronaut. DJ astronaut.
Okay.
Yeah.
The actual answer is that he is a former hockey player. So,
He played with Airbud. He was on Airbud's team.
Yeah, I'm gonna give points to Paul, so that we are all tied up going into the final round, so that it's anybody's game. Everybody's tied at 1,200 apiece. So here's how our final thing works. I'm gonna talk to you about a question. You guys can think about it for a little bit, and then each person will give me a guess. Whoever gets closest is the person who wins and is the smartest person on the internet for the next 2 weeks. So, which is our "How should I know?" question, and it is about the restaurant chain known as Subway.
Oh my God.
Everybody thinks that there are a lot of McDonald's out there, and there are, but the amount of Subway chains in the U.S. has actually snuck up on people, and they're a ridiculous amount. There's actually more globally Subway chains than there are McDonald's. So my question to you is, how many Subway restaurants are there in the United States? And if two people get the exact same answer, then we will go to the tiebreaker of how many are there globally. Let me get our dramatic music going. Sarah, do you want to answer first?
384,000.
384,000. Okay. Paul, what do you think?
Oh my God. Oh, you're muted, Paul.
You're muted again, Paul.
No, he's
Come on.
just whispering, I think. No.
All right. Christine, why don't you go while Paul figures
Not
out his
here,
thing?
Paul. I was gonna say 1,000. 1,000.
1,000. Okay.
Did you?
Paul, you have 30 seconds to figure out your mic situation.
Is it working?
It is working.
Is it working?
It is
Oh,
working.
okay. I'm gonna go
2.5 million.
2.5 million. Okay. The actual answer is 22,000. Which
That's
means,
it?
yep. Which means that Christine Piñeiro is our winner. Because 22,000 is much closer to 1,000 than it is 384,000 and 2.5 million. So
I think there's 22,000 just in New York alone.
there's 44,000 in the world. There's 22,000 in New York. Christine,
Wow.
what
Yes.
do you have to say to everybody now that you are the smartest person on the internet?
I'm honored. Thank you so much. It was a fun ride playing with these contestants, Sarah and Paul. Loved your wit and your charm. And Dustin, what a great host. Thank you for having us. This was hilarious. My heart was down to my arse with some of these questions. I'm not going to lie.
Very cool. I'm glad. Congratulations on your win. Before we get out of here, I want to give everybody a chance to tell everybody where they can find out more about what's going on in your respective worlds. So, Sarah, where can people find out more about what you are doing?
You can follow me on Instagram, where I post about most of the shows that I do. I do some stuff with the Armory. I also have something coming up with the show at the Super Secret Arts called Side Coach, a show called Side Coach, and that's, I believe, May 20th. Yeah, but just follow me on Instagram, and you can see more there.
Cool. Paul, where can people find out more about what's going on with you? Paul's mic is not working. Christine, where can people find out more about what's going on with you?
Yeah, you can find me, follow me on Instagram just to know what I'm doing. I perform regularly at the People's Improv Theater. Sometimes I'll do shows at Asylum or Young Ethnos, but check out my Instagram for more. And also, I hope I didn't win because you were afraid that I was going to hurt you.
No, like only a little bit.
I just ended Dustin's life.
Only a little bit. And going back to me for a second, don't forget that you can watch, if you stick around the channel, the Super Important Show happens every Monday. I highly encourage you to check it out. It is a super fun show that I host with Heather Jules Booth. Let me go back to all the buttons that I'm supposed to hit. Yeah, I think that, oh no, I forgot to get rid of that. I think that about covers us, guys. I think that is our show.
Thank you so much for hosting.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. You were amazing. Congratulations to Christine Piñeiro. I am still afraid of you, but that is not why you won, but like a little bit. Just like a little bit. All right.
You're safe.
And we'll see you guys back here again in 2 weeks. Thanks so much. Have a good one.
Bye.